It's time for a Python video review. It's time for a Python video review.
Titan in here, back to do another video review, and doing something a little out of the ordinary for me. This is a third-party Transformer figure, who I've just realized has some chipped paint. That was not there when I started this review. Son of a gun. Oh well. Yes, this is Mech Planet's Hot Soldiers G1 style, what was it, Sound Soldier? Soundtrack? Yeah, soundtrack. So, yeah. The third-party Transformer scene is not something I usually partake in because I find them mind-numbingly expensive. But luckily, Mech Planet has seemed to want to make more affordable Legends class figures. Yeah, I was especially wary of getting any of the Legends-sized third-party figures because, like I said, they're unbelievably expensive. Surprisingly enough, this figure and his Sound Blaster repaint are $15. That's pretty cheap for a third-party figure, particularly of this quality. Although I'm now wary about the paint, given the paint chip I just found. Really, that was not there when I started this review. That must have just happened. So yeah. This is it's a pretty cool figure. I saw this thanks to a review of MGO. And when I went to Big Bad Toy Store and saw that they were only $15, including the Sound Blaster repaint, I went, oh yeah, I'm going in on that. Mech Planet does also have a prototype ready for a not Ironhide, and I'm very excited to see that. And if you do want your chance to get another figure that looks a little more like Soundwave rather than Sound Blaster, because unfortunately this particular one is sold out on BigBadToyStore.com, what they're calling a cartoon accurate color scheme just went live on the site. That comes with everything. This one comes with plus 2 extra cassettes. Now, I don't know if they're going to be remolding the door on him to be able to hold extra cassettes, and yes, these do come with cassettes. Very teeny, tiny cassettes. Like I'd almost say world's smallest Transformers cassettes. Now, the one thing about that door that kind of worries me is that sitting on a pinned hinge. And that's clear, translucent plastic. I'm kind of terrified one day that's going to break off. I'm going to have to glue the door shut in order to keep it on this figure. That's probably the only thing that I truly am scared about with this figure, is that. Other than that, I think this figure is perfect. And yes, he does come with a little laser beak. Now, I am aware that DX9 is making their own not Soundwave called the Sonic Wizard, which is supposed to come with Ratbat, Laserbeak, and a Ravage. But every picture I see of the prototype always seems to have Ravage blurred out. So I'm wondering if it actually is going to be able to come with Ravage. Should be interesting. I will transform Laserbeak here on screen because he's pretty simple. You just fold out his wings and flip up his head. And yeah, he's tiny. He's like the size of a quarter tiny. Also, if you get this figure and you look at the collector card and the booklets, it will show that the picture of the Laserbeak on the collector card has what looks like painted on visor eye. It does not have this on the toy. It lies. It lies! Yeah, I was a little disappointed to find out that wasn't painted on, and I can guess why, because that would be a little sliver of paint, so probably not worth it. But like I said, this is a really cool figure, and for $15, it's probably the cheapest third-party full figure I've ever seen, and willingly went out my way to purchase. And I am glad I picked it up. So, with that said, I'm going to convert this into robot mode. Well, actually, first, one thing real quick I should show you is that he has to carry his batteries on his back of his legs like that, because without those, he can't stand in cassette form. He's just not balanced enough, although I have found an alternate way, as if you bend out the hands just a little bit, just enough, they can actually prop him up without the guns, if that's a problem for you. So, just something to be wary of. So that's why his guns are pegged into the back of his legs, so he can actually stand up in cassette form. And, not bad. Also, I should mention, he does have a molded and painted, although the paint has kind of bled over onto the rest of the plastic just a little bit. Silver button, as well as molded on knobs and switches, although they don't move at all. So, yeah. But that's it for cassette form. I will get into robot mode in just a second. And we're back. And robot mode. And oh my, yes. This is what sold me on buying the figure. This is very nice. This is what I like about this figure. This is a very faithful G1 figure. It both has concepts from both. It has a helmet that looks more like it's from the animated series, but its body is more based on the G1 toy, with only hints and nods of the animated series to make it look a little bit more proportional. It's just beautiful. Very good. I love this. I want to see more from this company, like toys like this. This looks fantastic. I mean, this is Mech Planet's debut figure, and if this is what their standard is going to be like, I want a Jetfire. I want a Legend scale Jetfire from these people. I want a Legend scale Megatron from these people. I want a Legend scale Bumblebee, and I want an entire Legend scale G1 set figures from these people, because this looks fan-freaking-tastic. The laserbeak isn't perfect, but then again, trying to make a laserbeak at this size is, well, you're going to run into problems no matter what you do, so just be careful with this little fella. As for his weapons, you can attach his sonic cannon, missile pod. Has the G1 community ever decided what his shoulder-mounted weapon is supposed to be? I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I always assumed it was some kind of sound weapon. And his other gun, which, here's where we have a point of problem. And I don't know if this is a QC issue on me, but it's actually happened on this figure and their Sound Blaster repaint. So I don't know if it's just because it's the first one of this figure, and they are, like I said, planning on doing a G1 cartoon color accurate figure down the line, which I do actually have pre-ordered because I want to see what that looks like. But, yeah, if you can't tell, which might be possible, you might not be able to see with my camera, I've actually had to put some a bonding material on top. The actual peg, the thing that holds this clear bit, the hole, was cracking. And I'm not sure if that's by design or if that was just it's just beginning to fall apart already. But it happened on both figures, so I'm going to assume it's just a fault of the way it's designed, and hope that it doesn't come to a point where I have to glue this in place to keep it looking as nice as it is. Right now I do have some a bonding material on top to hopefully keep that in place, but it's so far been the only downside of the figure where something is breaking. But that might be just due to the way I've been handling the figure, so who knows. Now, posability is brilliant. Ball joints where they need to be. Well, brilliant, but it's still a B+. There is one joint that this figure is missing that it crucially needed that I'm shocked they skipped on. His elbows is not a ball joint, nor does he have a swivel joint above his shoulder, just above his shoulder, allowing him to bring his arm up to his faux tape deck release. I am shocked they skipped this. I really am. Being their debut figure for Soundwave. Now I don't know if, like I said, that new cartoon color accurate Soundwave will have this rectified, but I am shocked they skipped this. I really am. So yeah, I don't think there's too many other problems as long as you're not, banging this figure around like a little 10-year-old. I think this figure will be just fine. As just a collector figure, this is a fantastic little Transformer. If you want a simple desk Soundwave that's a legend size at a cheap price, this is fantastico. I personally love this figure. I can't wait. Yeah, that is one downside. Laserbeak doesn't sit on him very well. Unlike a lot of the past Laserbeaks that were made for different size Soundwaves, there's no grooves for him to officially slot into to stay in place. So that's the one downside for this figure too, but it's not a massive one. But yeah, other than that, I think this figure is just fantastic. It looks great. And I think it just does everything I like for a Soundwave figure, particularly at this size. I hope Mech Planet can do more figures in the future, and I hope to see a Megatron and Starscream from them. And I really hope to see a Blaster figure. That would be really cool to have a Legend Scale Blaster and a Legend Scale Soundwave sitting on my desk. So, other than that, I think he's a fantastic figure. Probably, I think the only thing he's truly missing is a Decepticon symbol, but I'm pretty sure repo labels can solve that for me. So until next time, guys, it's Titan Zed saying I'll see ya when I see ya.